and the stargazers. Get up to 50% off select home items and 50% off select excursions for the family. JCPenney, style and value for all.
Alright, yeah, I know I just made a video about school stuff like a couple weeks ago, but you know what? I just gotta vent a little here, okay? You'll understand in a bit. For my graphic design history lecture, we had to make a 3 to 4 minute video summarizing every chapter we covered during the semester. And the horrible twist was, it was a group project. Now, the thing about a college lecture is that you don't know anyone. You come in, sit down wherever you want, listen to the professor talk for like an hour and a half, and then you leave. Maybe one time you'll forget a pencil and have to ask the person sitting in front of you for one, and then you forget to give it back and now you have some random stranger's pencil, but they don't care. No one cares. Welcome to college. When the professor dropped it on us that it was a group project, everyone was like, oh god. I gotta pretend like I know these hockey pucks. Basically, everyone just turned around to the closest person around them and was like, you want to be in a group? Okay. I ended up with these 2 other girls, and because I don't want to say their real names, I just googled most annoying girl names, and Google gave me Renice May and Blood Rain. Anyone out there named Renice May and Blood Rain, I'm sorry, I'm sure you're a wonderful person, but Google has spoken, so now I've got Renice May and Blood Rain here in a group with me. The project was assigned to us, like, beginning of April, so we had about a month to get it done. We wrote down our contact info and went on with our day. I was pretty swamped with work at the time, so I wasn't too concerned with getting started right away. 2 weeks passed, and no one was saying anything. At this point, I decided to take initiative and make a group text. Hey guys, it's Jaden from Design History. We should probably start thinking about the project soon. When are you all free? I didn't get a response, but you know what? It's fine. I'm sure they've got their own stuff to do. I won't judge. It's not a big deal. Another week goes by, and I still haven't heard anything. Alright, time to get serious. We've got a week to do this now, and we've got nothing. We've got one text in a group chat saying that we should start thinking about the project that no one's answered. That's what we've got. I took double initiative and decided to get things going by splitting up the chapters evenly between us. There were 7 in total, which meant that one of us was going to have to cover 3, while the others only had 2. I was nice and...
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
It's free. Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The Center for Medicare Services has officially authorized new benefits Medicare Advantage plans may include.
I waited this moment, but I will be back soon.
Medical appointments. Most plans also include dental,
But I will be back soon.
and prescription drug coverage.
You put that on Facebook thing.
No, I put that just on this app.
Call the number on your screen.
Yeah.
It's free. You'll be happy you called. I guarantee it.
Call to see if you can save money and get more benefits now. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-670-9219. That's 1-800-670-9219 now.
Hey, welcome to the group chat. Pop time epic.
You bring me some of that drink. Oh, have mercy.
Folks, here we go. Point values are triple. We've got the top 4 answers on the board. Name a place.
Keep going. Kids going to raise some water.
Would not want to find. Let me finish. Here we go.
Hey,
A man's brunette
pop time epic.
would not want to find a long blonde hair.
Cool. It's cool that you're here. Yeah. So, we're gonna be playing on my phone or something. Let's watch YouTube videos. Yeah, let's do that.
Michelle, name a place a man's brunette wife would not want to find a long blonde hair.
I better not find one in the backseat of his car.
Oh, you next. In the back seat of the car. What answer left, Irvin, if it's there? Your family.
So, are you just gonna watch me do this? Well, I'm just cool with that.
Name a place a man's brunette wife would not want to find a
You really express.
in his wallet.
Oh. Well.
Only one strike, you're still alive. On his body. On his body.
Look where he's sitting at. Look. Who do you think he is?
Yeah, who? Cash, who you think you are? Hey guys.
Ain't nobody out there. Ain't nobody out there.
Oh! Oh, guys, that's Shara. That's Shara. That's Shara. That's Shara. Can you believe that?
Can't keep out his
Oh! Hey, Finish undying. Whatever that is. Where is it now? Probably went and lived with the tire system, but sounds like me. Interesting. And Kara. Here's right here. Or everybody spend the night with everybody else. Nope. Who was that? Oh. Hey, don't you dare! You just watch what I'm doing. You just need to watch what I'm doing.
Come on, come let these blind assholes break it.
God, Mag! Cash, you might want to leave Maggie alone. Maggie, you smiled again. Well, I'm about to go back in here. Oh, yeah. I'm watching my own self. Hey, they are really fun, but still very fun. Very fun. Everybody, listen, let me call Kara on my other phone. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, what are they saying? Oh, God! Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, hey guys, it's me, Kara. Oh, you're gonna die. You're probably gonna die. Because I trick people with that. Yeah, get wrecked, you psycho maniac. Hey, that's my stuff to say that. I only say that. Shut up, Sans. You can tell me what to say. Yeah. Okay, let's watch no movie. I'm just kidding. Bye, Kara. Bye, you stupid Kingston. Okay, if you want to be mean like that, bye. Don't talk to me. Hang up the phone. Like, seriously, I don't like you. let's watch one more flipping video, guys.
We're going to Banned by Disney. Wade hasn't played one of these, so we have to introduce him to the wonderful world of Little Big Planet abandoned by Disney.
Yay! Hey!
So he has to go first.
You need to go first.
I mean,
Here we go. He's got some cool little... He has awesome graphics, actually, this guy. He makes custom graphics. It's really nice.
I can't.
These little jump scares things.
I have a bad day.
Got really dark.
I know. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to lead the way. Welcome.
Why are you
back
wearing
to Little Big Planet.
sunglasses?
Well,
Inside.
yeah,
At
it's
night.
here.
You're wearing sunglasses inside. Who does that?
Yeah, why are you wearing some kind of aviator cap inside? We're not flying right now. Why
No,
do you have swords?
they're my eyes.
Because
They're
who
my
doesn't
eyes.
need swords?
I'm like Cyclops. I have to protect my eyes.
Oh, okay, but I don't with my sunglasses. Whatever, we're going this way.
You're wearing sunglasses. They're not protective goggles.
These are
Look.
polarizing.
This
Yeah.
is my
Hey, look, there's a
favorite
Mickey Mouse.
cartoon. This is my favorite cartoon.
Dude.
This is my
My
favorite
favorite
cartoon. You're not allowed to slap. Oh,
Oh,
see, I
See,
told you.
no, Wade.
I told
no.
you. See, you're not allowed to. Oh, see,
Stop it.
you're angering the Disney gods.
why not a slap?
Cause you're. Oh,
There we go. This
you
is
gotta watch
my
out.
favorite.
Wade's doing it. He's just
Cartoon.
doing it right away. We don't even tell him go first.
Waiting for
You told
party.
me to go first, so I was doing it.
I am in front. I'm waiting for people.
Would you guys like me to do something?
Oh,
What's that?
I don't know. Would you like me to do something?
we would
Sure.
like you to do something.
What if I go over here?
Oh, what is this?
There's a lever. See, I did that. I don't know what I did.
I don't know what that did either.
I don't see anything that changed.
I'm going outside. I'm
Take a
investigating.
check.
Did it light this up? Was this lit up before?
No, this is already lit up.
Was it?
Yeah, because you guys did the
Yeah.
favorite
I
car.
thought you said you guys did the memes. I don't know what that did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wade, go ahead.
I'm ready.
Wormhole.
All right.
Or door.
Oh,
No.
You gotta pick
Wait,
a way.
what?
Which way?
left way is the right way. Oh,
Left is
Just
wrong.
kidding. We're going this way.
well, the Mickey scared
fired,
me.
Wade.
Said no.
You're fired.
Well, okay, fine. Someone else go first.
Wait, there's a lever down there. You see that?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
can we
dude.
go down there from over here?
Oh no, I think.
Oh,
over
you go
here.
down here. I don't know. Should we do it yet, or should we go up? I feel like
That's up to
that
you.
was supposed to be something we were supposed to find because we struggled and we didn't know what we were doing, but we saw it. Okay, we can't go up anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
that's a great solution.
Go on.
I'm
Maybe
going
we should
in.
just pull it.
I did it! We solved the
Yay.
puzzle. Wade's leaving us.
Oh, it does. Ah.
Look, now we
Ah.
can
Now we can go.
Oh, there's a
All right,
bug on the
leave.
Hey,
wall.
there's a bug.
Kill it.
Kill it.
go. This is my favorite bug too.
No, kill it.
This is my favorite.
I actually
Kill
can't.
it.
Oh, you were. I thought you were the bug.
Here's the bug.
Common mistake.
Whoa! We're gonna die.
Oh,
Is that bad? Is that
I
bad?
don't know.
You freaked me out for no
It's
reason.
toxic.
well, I didn't want to be wet. Ah!
I'm not wet.
Oh god. Oh god. I don't want to go that way.
Don't. Why not that way?
Because he has to go first.
I don't want to go first anymore. No.
You're not allowed to be in here.
No.
Ow!
I am unstoppable. Ah!
What the heck? That's...
I got
Oh.
smacked.
Go
Oh,
ahead, go first.
Who
He's
is
alive.
this poor man?
oh,
Oh,
you! I am gone.
I
He
hit
ate me.
him.
He ate
I
me.
said I hope
I'm
something
gone.
under the water.
Under the water. Franken baby.
Oh, he's emo.
What?
I'm sorry. He looked emo.
Yeah.
Oh! He's
Well-
on my tail. Please help me.
I died instantly.
I'm dead too.
Well,
And
I didn't get
everything is
to
safe.
move.
Just go back to your bodies.
I'm dead.
I think it's safe.
I think it's safe. Yeah. Oh, it's fucking shaking. I'm just gonna. Should
You
we
were
go?
fine to go back and get us.
I don't know if. Actually, I don't know
leave.
if you.
No, there's an opening
I think
there.
I could leave. There was no spawn for. Wait, and
Are we all dead now?
Well, yeah.
Wormhole.
waiting for party leader. Come on, guys.
Ah!
Where are you guys? Just waiting on the party leader.
You got abandoned by your dead friends. Just be ready to run to the right.
Edwin, you're fucked.
I'm
Under
fine.
the water. He had a little Disney shirt on.
Run!
I'm running.
Darkness!
I don't know where I am. Oh, me and Reed are already here.
We already
Go,
left.
go, go, go!
What is he gonna do? Oh, he's going!
He jumped!
No! I'm gonna die!
Can't die!
I can't be. I have to be in the middle.
Oh, stairs are hard!
Alright, we have to be ready to run it all. Oh.
What is that?
Can we open up these? I want to get up to him. He looks cool. I want to talk to him. I can't.
Yeah, you do that.
I can't. What?
Oh! I'm inside!
Wait, stand still. Stand. Wait, stop! Oh, he got stuck on Entoin. Oh no, the guy's gone. I want to talk to him.
Oh, darn. But look
Yeah.
at cross-eyed.
Did you just call him Cross-Eyed Bill?
I said cross-eyed Mickey.
Oh.
Where'd you get Bill?
I fired Bill.
Oh, cross-eyed
I have to be in the
Bill.
middle. You guys are too close. Stop being so close.
Hey, we're still fine.
All right.
Still going.
If we see open closets, get it. I'm stuck on this. Oh,
Yeah, open closets.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I can't get in
Get
this
in your
side.
open closet.
We're open.
Wait,
We're ready.
can he climb ladders?
What now?
Jump.
I just want to wait a minute just in case.
Yeah, it's like.
I think we need to go check the door.
One of you check the door. I'm safe up here.
Hold up, let me get out. There we go. Oh! What is? Yeah, enjoy it. Wait.
Oh man, this is nice. It's
I
powering
was trying
up
to make it walk.
my tablet.
I was trying to make it walk. Kill Entoin.
Fuck you.
Alright, I have to be in the middle. Stop it. Oh, you would have died.
Oh god.
Who is that bird?
I don't know. Go inside.
Oh.
Oh. You fucking lucky.
He's trying to fly. He's trying to fly. Okay,
That
I
was
did it.
scary.
I did
I
it.
don't like this abandoned by Disney crap.
Oh, it's an elevator.
Ow!
You can see me in my eyes. This is sad. You can see me. I'm trying to hide and I can't.
Like that, glowy eyes
Wait,
McGee.
wait. Something's gonna happen in here. There's no exit. We're
Yeah?
gonna die.
Oh, what?
We're
It's
dying.
being on us.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Just stay away from it.
Can we do anything? What?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's coming up from the bottom. Something I saw. It was a shark.
Uh-oh.
It was a shark. It was a
Keep
shark.
swimming.
Keep
Just
swimming.
Keep swimming.
Keep swimming.
I don't want to die.
Oh God. We're alive still.
Oh, we're still alive.
How do you get out of this one?
I don't know.
Wait, whoa. This camera
It's
angle.
a weird camera angle.
I'm swimming.
Um,
Hello.
Do we?
hey.
No, we're gonna die. That's it. Game over.
That would
That's
be
the
a
end.
sad.
That's it? It is! Game over! Wow.
Well, at least we have another one. I knew it was gonna be quick.
That's
That's why I got two, just in case. This is the wonderful world of Abandoned by Disney.
Oh, Wade has got his groove on.
Hey! Okay, so we're continuing our adventure.
The adventure of Abandoned by D-Live.
I have to be in the middle.
No.
Whoa!
God
We have to
damn.
climb.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
go ahead
No.
and climb.
What is going on here? Okay.
Who is
Why?
that poor door?
This is dangerous, okay? There's wires exposed. I need to be in the middle. I need to
You
be
see
safe.
these like 3, 5?
Protect
Are these
me.
hooks? Oh, these are hooks.
I
thought
see
they were
these
number
3
5.
hooks, I know.
I thought they were the number 5.
Oh, yeah, wait, they're number 5.
I need to be in the middle.
Everything
literature you're reading?
Yes, it is.
You know what would go good with that?
No, what?
These nuts.
Are you? It's a little itchy. What's this thing made of?
These nuts.
Hey, you can't do
Came
that.
in the mail today.
What?
These nuts.
Who lives in the pineapple under?
These nuts. Got him!
Good afternoon, sir. Could we interest you in...
These nuts.
Then you'll say, we're not talking about this, or this. We're talking about...
These nuts.
Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without?
These nuts.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3.
These nuts. Got him!
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is...
These nuts. Got him!
He burned my Krabby Patty.
He burnt my fries.
He burnt these nuts. Cause some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him!
Any last words?
These nuts.
Please stop touching.
These nuts.
Thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it. These nuts. Got him!
And who was flickering the lights?
These nuts. These nuts. Got him!
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
These nuts.
Delivery. Did you order 20 cases of...
These nuts.
You can look inside if you really want to.
These nuts. Got him!
You is for you and me. And is for...
These nuts.
That's what
These nuts.
sounds like.
Whose squidward tentacles voted most likely to suck
These nuts.
It's big, scary, and pink.
These nuts.
What do you need?
These nuts. Got him! Got him!
What's pink and square at the same time?
I don't know, Patrick.
These nuts.
Inside this very box is...
These nuts. Got him!
supposed to eat this pizza without...
These nuts. Got him!
Did you wash your hands with soap? Did you dry them? What? Is this all vegetable?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to yet another episode of Cartoon Fight Club. If you're new to this series, then be sure to check out the latest episode of Rewind Rumble. But if you have seen that and you know how the game is played, then let's get ready for the fight. It's October, so you know what that means. It's time for the yearly big Halloween special. In 2016, we had MLG versus Creepypasta. In 2017, we had the Creepypasta free-for-all. And this year, we have not one, but...
Wait a second, I got something.
Now say it 3 times.
Forge, forge, forge.
Spell it twice.
F-O-R-G, F-O-R-G.
Say it 2 more times.
Forge, forge.
Now what do you eat soup with?
Fork.
Really? Because I eat soup with a spoon.
There was an old farmer who lived on a rock. He sat in the meadow just shaking his fist at some boys who were down by the creek. Their feet in the water, their hands on their marbles and playthings, and at 4:30 there came a young lady. She looked like a pretty young creature. She sat on the grass. She pulled up her dress and she showed them her ruffles and laces and white puppy duck. She said she was learning a new way to bring up her children so they would not spit, while the boys in the barnyard were shoveling refuse and litter from yesterday's hunt, while the girl in the meadow was rubbing her eyes at the fellow down by the dock. He looked like a man with a sizable home in the country with a big fence out front. If he asked her politely, she'd show him her little pet dog who was subject to fits, and maybe she'd let him grab hold of her small tender hands with a movement so quick, and then she'd bend over and suck on his candy so tasty made of butterscotch, and then he spread whipped cream all over her cookies that she had left out on her shelf. If you think this is dirty, you can go yourself.
Get that and go put it in my cabinet over there. Please. Get the dustpan up and sit over like the broom. Come on now. I'm ready to put my phone up.
Well, I'm gonna subscribe to him no matter what.
Only cartoons, yeah! Today, children, we'll be learning the summoning spell, Accio, one of the oldest spells in history. Simply say Accio, followed by whatever it is your heart desires. Oh, and don't forget to swish and flick the shit out of your wand like this.
Call your mom.
Another
Who
way.
that talking? Get that on my phone.
Oh, hack your ball. Run, stop!
Whoa!
Hack your ball.
Stop it!
Go on, horror. You're the chosen one.
But Ron, what if I can't get it up? I'm so nervous.
Oh, and God, you love your soul.
Oh, goodness, Ron, what are you... We're doing Accio now, Neville, but still very good. 10 points to Gryffindor.
O'Hara, don't stop.
Yo, ew!
Hey everyone, let's talk about the option of coping with tinnitus. Please enter your password.
Morning cartoons, yeah! So remember, children, it's Wingardium Leviosa. Swish and flick.
Wingardium Leviosa. Stop it, Ron. Stop. Oh, Wingardium Leviosa. Stop. Ronald Weasley. It's Leviosa. Oh, Leviosa. Stop.
Morning cartoons, yeah! Today, children, we'll be learning the summoning spell, Accio, one of the oldest spells in history. Simply say Accio, followed by whatever it is your heart desires. Oh, and don't forget to swish and flick the shit out of your wand like this.
Oh, Accio ball. Run, stop.
Whoa!
Accio ball.
Stop it!
God, horror. You're the chosen one.
But Ron, what if I can't get it up? I'm so nervous.
Oh, and God, you love your soul.
Goodness, Ron, what are you... We're doing Accio now, Neville, but still very good. 10 points to Gryffindor.
O'Hara, don't stop.
This spell's in history. Simply say Accio, followed by whatever it is your heart desires.
We'll see you next time, folks.
Oh, and don't forget to swish and flick the shit out of your wand like this.
Oh, Accio ball. Run, stop.
Whoa!
Accio ball.
Stop it!
Go on, horror. You're the chosen one.
But Ron, what if I can't get it up? I'm so nervous.
Oh, and God, you love your soul.
Oh, goodness, Ron, what are you... We're doing Accio now, Neville, but still very good. 10 points to Gryffindor.
O'Hara, don't stop.
Don't forget to buy a t-shirt at Shark Rubber Duck.
That's for murdering the love of my life!
Who the? She's talking about me. I'm the love of your life.
I don't know, I'm still angry at you.
Hector, how did you...
You are nuts for trying to murder my grandson!
Grandson?
He's talking about...
Gotta get the milk at the store.
You okay, sir?
Oh, I remember World War II like it was 70 years ago.
Whoa, are you just out here by yourself, or,
Yes,
what the fuck?
Oh, yes.
Listen,
See this
I'm just
right
gonna get
here?
you off the road. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what are you doing out here? You okay?
Hopefully you are the one.
You okay?
I'm trying.
Okay.
You young whipper.
Okay, I'm just gonna call
World War II?
I'm just gonna call, the police. Make sure that you get home safely.
They all kind get along with police.
Yeah, I mean, one sec, I'm on the... Yeah,
Hello, police!
Whoa, holy fuck, that was weird. Okay, so this old guy was just in the middle of the road.
Okay, what? Okay.
Right, so...
Listen, guy. Listen, we got other problems. Hey, idiot! We gotta deal with the we gotta deal with the Twin Towers collapsing. We gotta deal with murders.
It happened like 50
We gotta
years
deal with
ago.
stabbings. We gotta deal with people taking people's bags. You're talking about some old man. Goodbye.
He just fucking
What happened?
disappeared.
Is he coming to get me? I don't know where I am.
I guess I'm just gonna have to wheel you somewhere.
We'll be to safety in my little knight in shining armor.
You're a cutie.
I must kiss you.
I'm just gonna bring you home.
Let me give you a kiss.
I think I've never had a granddaddy, so
Hey, let me give you a kiss.
yeah. Whoa.
Hi.
Mario.
What, Ma?
Are you going out, sweetie?
Yeah, I gotta save the princess, Ma.
Won't you be a dear and take your brother Luigi with you?
Aw, come on, Ma. He's such a baby.
He is not a baby. You never know. He could help you fight that big dragon.
His name is Bowser, Ma. You don't know anything about what I do, okay? You don't get it.
I don't see what the harm in taking him would be. He just wants to save the princess, too.
He's a fucking dork, Ma. Everybody makes fun of him.
Mario, you know I don't like that language in this house. I don't care how many princesses you've saved. I am still your mother. Now take your brother with you. This isn't up for debate.
Come on, Luigi.
Yay! I'm gonna go on an adventure.
You gonna tell Mom I was smoking?
No, Mario. I'm not gonna tell.
Yeah, you better not, or I'll kick your ass. Anyway, just keep your mouth shut, scrote. Here come the guys. What's up, dude? Hey.
Why'd you bring the kid?
Cause my mom's a fucking idiot! So what's on the agenda? I'm supposed to get Peach out of Bowser's shithole, but I'm probably gonna blow it off. I'll give enough of a fuck today.
You wanna jump the fence at the country club and use the pool?
Yeah, we did that 2 days ago. You wanna go hang out at Cody's house? Oh, Cody is a piece of shit. I am so tired of that asshole. Come on, you guys. I don't wanna just fuck around today, you know? I wanna do something. Hey, you guys want to see something really funny? I'm telling you, Sprout, the princess is down there. You gotta jump into the pit to save her.
Are you sure about this, Mario?
And guess what else, buddy? She told me she really wants to make out with you.
Oh boy, don't worry, princess. Here comes Luigi.
The sun wants to be your friend, dude. When it comes down, give her a high five. Don't worry, dude. The purple mushrooms are the best ones. They give you superpowers. Alright, Scroat, the princess is definitely behind this door.
Do you promise, Mario?
Luigi, please. I would never lie to you.
No, he's good, Lottie.
Mario, I had an accident.
Aw, jeez, did you piss yourself? You dumbass geek. Alright, guys, I gotta take this baby home so Mommy can give him some clean underoos. Go figure. Another day ruined by my annoying idiot brother.
Hey, second, guys, I gotta pause this.
Where's my phone here? I don't got your phone. Bring my phone, but you dropped my phone there, water.
What water?
Bring my phone here.
I'm about to go use it quick.
I ain't playing with you.
What? I ain't gonna drop your water in no. How will I drop it in the toilet when I'm gonna have it sitting right here? You know I ain't gonna be splashing the water because I ain't no little kid, baby. And I need to go use it now, cause I need to go use it, okay?
Don't sit that down.
Why?
I don't want to see it.
I'm gonna leave it open, that open. Okay, guys.
Nice one. That guy is such a loser. So, what do you think, kid? You want to get really fucked up?
Oh, okay.
Open wide, big boy.
What?
Yeah, I know what the title says. I was arrested. It's true, but I was like 8. I was 12. How old
was I? Yeah, so that happened. I was arrested. Whoa, my God. Something else, too. What? I can't say my name right, apparently. Yes, but it wasn't my fault, I swear. Copsers. Stupid faces. You know, now that I think about it, it was probably around the same time that grown-ass man enrolled into my elementary school. So that's the thing. So it all started back when I was in elementary school, and I was crushing on this girl. Before this video begins, I just want to let you all know that we do have new merch inside of the merch store right now, including the brand new Common Sense hoodie, which I know you guys have been asking for. I really hope you guys enjoy it because I like it. It looks cool. That, and it'll help the channel out and me very much so, because
thank you for watching,
it's
guys.
been a little wonky with that demonetization. It's, so go check out the hoodie. It's in the merch store right now, including a poster and some stickers. So bye. I tried Vegemite for the first time the other day. Oh, dude, that's a lot.
That smells horrible.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. I'm not ready. I'm ready.
You're not afraid of anything. Conquer your fears.
I'm not afraid of anything except for whales, sea cucumbers, and heights. It's not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's fine. I'm fine. That was fun. Contrary to popular belief, I honestly don't think it's all that bad. I mean, it's freaking disgusting, but not as bad as people make it out to be. Plus, I ate like a spoonful, and I'm pretty sure just saying that pissed off all of Australia. So yeah. Anyways, I was a weird kid. Let's talk about that. According to my mom, I was a handful when I was growing up. At the age of 3, I was super hyper, incredibly handsome, and for some reason in love with bananas. I loved them so much to the point where my mom had to literally stop buying bananas because otherwise I would know. My little baby nanner senses would go off, and I would know right when one of those delicious yellow potassium-filled boomerangs entered my house. And if there was a banana in my house, by golly, it was going into my mouth. Wait, that didn't sound. I really like bananas, but I'm not that there's anything wrong with putting a banana in your mouth. I was just gonna eat the bananas. I was 3. One day my mom decided to buy some bananas, but she knew if I saw them, they would immediately be devoured. So instead of putting them on the kitchen table with the rest of the fruit, she decided to find a hiding spot.
Where should I... The top cabinet? No, I'd probably forget it's there. Under the sink? No, he can definitely reach down there. How about... on top of the fridge.
She knew my weakness. The only thing that could stop me from acquiring those golden arches of mushy deliciousness. Tall things. At first, I didn't know they were up there, but one day I was watching some Teletubbies, sipping on my sippy cup, and enjoying a relaxing day of not having to worry about taxes, when suddenly, the power goes out. What happened? What is this? Where are my Teletubbies? Hello? Excuse me? Tall lady person? You see a problem here? Anything at all? My Teletubbies have vanished and I don't have object permanence figured out yet, so I think they died. So fix that. Get me my Tubbies. I need my... Why aren't you listening?
Seems like the power went out. I'll be right back, sweetie. You stay right here.
Finally! Now, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? I'm probably gonna die of baby boredom before she even returns. I could go for some apple juice right now. What is an apple? What is juice? Where the frick is that tall lady person with my hello?
Got me some underwear.
You run that water tub.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. It got me my underwear. So I'll get them out when I get out there.
It was like destiny. No matter how far you keep us apart, the universe knew. The universe knew that those bananas were meant to be digested by my stomach fluids. According to my mom, she was looking for her phone to call up the electric company to see if she needed to pay a bill, but forgot she left it on the kitchen counter. So she walked out of her room, went back downstairs, went to grab the phone, and to her surprise, saw me just sitting on top of the fridge, dangling my baby feet, living the high life and eating bananas. She said she had no idea how I got up there, and I was just, well, I was just there. What the? How did you even get up there?
Laugh while you can, Mother, because I can now see the peak of your hiding abilities, while I'm only beginning to tap into mine.
Did you just climb up?
You see, I have finally realized the legend.
Okay, I think you had your fun. Get down now, you little turd nugget.
That's right. You're not dealing with the average baby anymore, Mother. I, Adam,
have no idea how I got up here. I think I'm stuck. Get me down from here, please. Fast forward a little, and my imagination is going ham in my... Ow! Ow! This is Dude the Cat. Ready? Ow!
Okay, alright, so wait. I want to actually look... Okay, I'm going to look straight at the camera and look here. Ready? La, la, la.
Some of you understand what you're about to get into. In 3 of my videos, I have mentioned a certain teacher of mine, a certain mentally unstable, vindictive teacher. Given that one of those videos has over 7 million views at the moment, people are getting a little curious about this infamous educator from my past. Well, gird thy loins, explainers and entertainers, because we're finally talking about it. Here we go. This is the story of my emotionally abusive high school theater teacher. Now, because it is theater, I know I run the risk of sounding like a crybaby, whining over their teacher not giving them the lead part in the play, and trust me, I completely understand people like that exist. I've been in theater a long time. But I'd like to think that this story has more to do with me being in an unhealthy authority figure relationship. I'm not a martyr here, I guarantee others have had it far worse, but this woman did her damage. We'll call her Medusa, and fun fact number 1, that was her actual nickname, and she wore it like a freaking badge of honor. No joke, she put up a sign on the backstage door that said, "Keep out, beware Medusa." Boy, that should have been a warning in more ways than one. Okay, so I met Medusa my first year of high school. She was the only teacher running the entire theater department, so no matter what type of theater class you took, she would be teaching it. She also ran the theater club and directed all the after-school plays. All casting decisions were left up to her. You're catching my drift. She had a totalitarian grip on every aspect of this theater department. There was no other adult there to balance her out or, more importantly, witness her behavior. Now, for some context about who I was back then. In high school, I was remarkably shy, socially awkward, a goody two-shoes, a nervous wreck, and I didn't really have any friends, even in the theater club. I was a doormat, to put it bluntly, but when I stepped onto a stage, I was a completely different person. I could be strong and brave, confident and clever. I could show the world what I was made of. Performing was my release, my therapy. I guess that's why I didn't immediately take a powder when I learned how crazy this theater teacher was. I was holding out for that one big part, that one chance to show everyone what I could do. And pleasing this woman was the key to what I wanted. Yeah, that won't lead to anything bad, I'm sure. So what made Medusa so awful, I hear you asking? Well, for one, she was incredibly unpredictable. You never knew what kind of mood she was gonna be in or what was gonna set her off. A joke she laughed at yesterday would offend her the next day. One day she's kind and supportive, the next day she's catty and vindictive. And because of her volatile nature, it was a gamble anytime you needed to ask her a question or ask for help. Sometimes she'd be decent enough, and then sometimes she'd blow up in your face for wasting her time with a dumb question. Ask someone else. It would take me a stupid amount of time just to work up the courage to ask her a question, before chickening out and finding a different way around my problem. Though I think one of the most frustrating things about Medusa was her favoritism. Plain and simple, if you weren't one of her favorites, there was a very low chance of you getting a big part in a play. Or sometimes a part at all. I'm not saying she was shallow. No, that's exactly what I'm saying, because all of her favorites had 2 things in common. They were pretty, and they were popular. 2 skills ya girl rolled a 0 on. Medusa also protected her favorites to an infuriating degree. One of them was a big bully of mine, and Medusa did absolutely nothing to stop it, even after I begged her to step in. I was talking to my mom about this script, and she told me that she once confronted Medusa about this bully at an after-school play, and Medusa was more concerned about him getting in trouble than what he was doing to me. Ooh, that is a very brave thing to say to a protective mother.
Correction, that is a very brave thing to say to my mother. So yeah, if you weren't one of her favorites, you were stuck in the chorus, as they say. Hey Becca, maybe you were just an awful actor. I mean, fair point. Maybe I just wasn't any good. Thing is, Medusa always gave me A's for my performances in the theater classes during the normal school days. Medusa even once rushed up to the stage after a dark dramatic scene to give me a hug because she was so moved by my performance. So, you see, I got mixed signals from this woman all the time. I didn't know what to think. Dang it, do you hate me or not? And this cat and mouse stringing me along emotional manipulation was what kept me hopeful. I'd think to myself, if I don't complain, if I do my best, if I do every little thing she asks of me, maybe one day she will throw me a bone. Maybe one day I will gain her favor and be given a good part in a play. Hey, you hear that? That's not good. That is not a healthy mindset to...
Back to the children.
This ain't apple juice.
Yay! Hey, nice satellite, loser.
Eduardo. How many...
Some of you understand what you're about to get into. In 3 of my videos...
Before this video begins, I just want to let you all know that we do have new merch inside of the merch store right now, including the brand new Common Sense hoodie, which I know you guys have been asking for. I really hope you guys... Yeah, I know what the title says. I was arrested. It's true, but I was like 8... I was 12. How old was I? Yeah, so that happened. I was arrested. Whoa, my God. Something else, too. What? I can't say my name right, apparently. Yes, but it wasn't my fault, I swear, copsers.
I hate you! Oh! Well, next time, don't...
You know, I never really understood trigger words until I got... roommates. I hated my roommates. Except for you, Isaac. You watched my videos. Oh, James, you didn't hate your roommates. You just... mildly disliked them. Yes, I did. When I first moved out of my house and went to college, the day I moved into my apartment and I opened the front door, this is what I saw. Keep in mind all the buildup that has gone into this moment. First, I had to get accepted into the school, then pick my major and classes. Then I had to find an apartment close to the school and get everything set up there. Then I had to pack everything up into a suitcase, kiss my dogs goodbye, and then be all on my own for the very first time. I opened the door to where I'd be living for the next 8 months, and this is what I see. Someone sleeping on a couch. He was wearing some bright fast food employee uniform. The TV is on. There's a Halo 5 poster hanging on the wall. The sink, counter, and table is full of dirty dishes. There's a big industrial-sized trash can that is overflowing. Inside the fridge, there is an empty box of Dr. Pepper, a bottle of ketchup, and a jumbo Costco-sized pack of hot dogs. Where did all these dishes come from? Fun fact, those hot dogs were still in the fridge when I left. But the worst thing that was there was about 1 million basketball cards just lying on the floor. I'm not even exaggerating, here's proof. Okay, so I got a single room because I brought all my drawing stuff, and I would feel bad if I shared a room with someone and he had to deal with all my drawing stuff being there, and also I wanted to be alone. Looking back, I'm so glad I got a single room because that room couldn't even fit myself. Literally, I could stand in the middle of the room, hold my hands out, and without moving my feet, I could touch the walls of the room. Maybe I just have long arms, I don't know. I mean, I could settle for a small bedroom, but what made living there so horrible were the roommates. What I didn't realize is that these boys also got private rooms, so that means that they too were socially awkward and kept to themselves, which you might think is a good thing, but you'd be wrong! On the first night of being by myself, I unpack all my drawing stuff and I set it all up, then I turn on the computer and the screen is just black. Nothing was turning on. I tried everything to fix it and it just wasn't turning on. Eventually I contacted the people who made it, sent it in, and then I got it back working. But during that week while the tablet was being fixed, like, seriously, no joke, that was probably the worst week of my entire life. I'm being serious, making comics and YouTube videos was what kept me sane. And that first night of being on my own and my tablet broke, I I cried, guys. I couldn't even eat food, I was that sad. I hit rock bottom. I remember just watching Captain Sparkles and Game Grumps highlights all day. But then the day I got it back, I was a drawing machine. I posted a comic the very same day. So let's spend the rest of this video talking about these previously mentioned roommates I had. The first person I need to talk about is Isaac. He was the only one that I like, and he's also the only one I told that I made YouTube videos. Now this boy wore obey hats, he vaped, and he said stuff like, "That's dope." But you wanna know why I liked him the most? Because he did the dishes! Like, me and him did the dishes. It wasn't just him, okay? I'd probably never become friends with him in any other circumstance. Just wanted to say that he was the cool one. I like him. Hi, Isaac. I miss you. I was looking at this post on the internet, and it was where the old memes are today. And for the after picture for the Scumbag Steve meme, it looked exactly like my roommate, who I'll just make up a fake name for, Steve for convenience. I'm pretty sure I was roommates with a meme. Just put a fedora on this meme, and boom, that's my roommate, Steve. And it was a very fitting meme, too. This guy wouldn't do the dishes. He always cooked this ramen thing in the microwave, and would leave this gross juice stuff behind. So then when I would go to use the microwave, it would get my paper plate soggy. So I would have to check every time before I used it to make sure there was no juice stuff behind. And also at night, he watched anime without headphones, subbed. Anime has a certain sound to it. I don't know if you knew that. It's like normal Japanese, but really emphatically. Luckily, it was usually late at night when he started watching, so I would just have to get to sleep before he started and I would be all good. James, why didn't you just ask him to turn it down? I did! One night I went into his room and I said, "Hey man, can you turn it down?" And you know what? He did turn it down for that night. That night. That one night. The very next night, but you know, he wasn't too bad. He would spend most of his time in his room playing video games, and I would spend most of my time in my room drawing. So except for the microwave juice thing, we didn't get in each other's way too often. Here's actually a funny story. So when I was filming the part in the vegan video when I crumbled up Oreos over Reese's Puffs, Steve walked into the kitchen and he saw me filming this sugary vegan concoction, and I just said to him, "Don't ask." Okay, so here's the roommate that I hated the most. His fake name will be Hunter. He was the one asleep on the couch when I first walked in, and he was the one who had collected all those billions of basketball cards. Just basketball cards. And he kept them all in the front room. What's the point of having sports cards when you can't even play with them? I mean, I spend money on Magic the Gathering cards, but that's because it's an actual game that you can play with friends. What do you do with sports cards? I mean, I guess you can leave them in the front room of your apartment. Maybe one day your roommate might make a video about it, though. He left his Mountain Dew bottles on the floor, he farted in public, he'd always complain that Steve didn't do the dishes, but he wouldn't do the dishes either. One time I was tired of doing everyone's dirty dishes, so I bought a big stack of paper plates for everyone to use, but Hunter took the paper plates to a party without even asking me, and he didn't even bring them back. But the worst thing this guy did, one day he told me, "My ex-girlfriend doesn't want our dog anymore, so he's coming to live here." What? So this boy wants to bring a dog in an already very small, cramped apartment. I couldn't believe this. The dog's name was Snoopy and I loved him. Hunter would put him in his kennel at night, but one night I was like, "Hey, Hunter, Snoopy can stay with me if you want." And then boom, from that day forth, I was the one taking care of Snoopy. Snoopy would now sleep in my room, I would be the one who took him out for walks, and I fed him slices of lunch meat. What was great was that when I would go into the kitchen and Hunter would be watching TV, he would call for Snoopy, "Snoopy, Snoops, Snoops." But he wouldn't come. This dog would follow me everywhere. And then one day Hunter said, "Hey, do you just want to have Snoopy? I was going to get rid of him." And then I said I would take him. And then later that same week, Hunter moved out. He took all the toilet paper too. He basically gave me a dog. And of course I loved that dog. But we lived in such a small space and I was always busy with school and drawing. I knew these weren't the best conditions for a dog to live in, and I'm pretty sure my apartment didn't even allow pets. So I asked people I knew if they wanted Snoopy, and my grandma got one of her friends to take care of him. So I dropped Snoopy off and I've never seen him since. And that's it, the end. There was another roommate who I didn't even mention. He always worked a lot, so I didn't really see him too much. He had an electrical toothbrush, and I think since I was already mad at my roommates, when I would be trying to go to sleep and he would start brushing his teeth, I would hear the electrical toothbrush going, and I would just start shaking with anger, like, just use a normal toothbrush, dude! Also, I want to thank you all for 1 million subscribers. I mean, as I'm recording this, I don't have 1 million just yet. But hey, when this comes out, maybe I'll have 1 million, who knows? I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, and there could be another YouTube purge. But the next video will probably be the 1 million one, so cool. Okay, thanks for watching. Wear your seatbelts unless you're my roommates. Hi, Snoopy. His name's Snoopy.
Weird. But we're gonna let another one play.
Businesses keep our world running, and Cintas keeps them running by helping them make sure workers are well equipped and companies are well prepared. Supplies are delivered and stocked. Facilities are clean and ready. Every day, over 1 million businesses depend on Cintas. Get Cintas and get ready for the workday. Oh, I'm ready! What's in the box? I said, what's in the box? I said, what's in the box? I can make a great boat out of this. So this one time when I was in the 3rd grade, for some reason our teacher thought it would be a good idea to get his entire class to participate in a cardboard boat race. Cardboard boat racing is this event where teams of people build their own boats out of cardboard and then race against other people's cardboard boats. Now, you might be thinking that cardboard really isn't the best material to make a boat out of. And you're right, but cardboard is cheap, you can get big pieces of it, and they float in the water for a little bit. Perfect for making boats out of. It's good, short-lived entertainment. It's yachts of fun. Apparently, a lot of other schools got their students to do cardboard boat racing. I thought it was just a strange thing my teacher made us do, but if other teachers did it, I guess he wasn't the only weirdo. I don't know what cardboard boat racing is supposed to teach you, maybe teamwork skills and shipbuilding? I mean, it would come in handy if I was stranded on an island with cardboard and duct tape and I could tell everyone, don't worry guys, I learned how to make boats out of these things in the 3rd grade. But no one else in my school did cardboard boat racing. It was just my class. And I think part of the reason we did this was because the class I was in was an honors class. So, we were better than everyone else. Guys, I need to tell you about how friggin' smart I am. So in the 2nd grade, everyone took this test to see if you would get put into the honors class, which, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember taking it. I just remember my mom sitting me and my twin sister down and telling us that we weren't going to be in the same class anymore because I made it into the honors classes and my sister didn't. Haha, loser! The honors program was called DOGS, which stood for Dang! Original Gangsta Students. Okay, that's not actually the name, I made that up. If you got accepted into DOGS, you stayed in the DOGS program for the rest of elementary school. So I basically had the same kids in my class for 5 school years. And our class became known as the DOGS kids. I think since I was in the DOGS program, I wasn't bullied nearly as much as I should have been. Because everyone in my class was a huge nerd. Also, I never really learned how to interact with people socially because I already knew everyone in my class. So all the dogs were cool with each other, but all the non-dogs hated us. They thought that us dogs thought that we were so much better than them, and we were. Now, call me old-fashioned, but I think the 3rd grade is a little too soon to tell if you're smart or not. I would say that the DOGS program did not make me a smarter person. I don't speak for everyone, this was just my experience, but in high school, my twin sister was a way better student. High school didn't have the DOGS program, so me and my sister were in the same classes again, and she was a straight A student, while I was about a straight B and C student. So all the math I've learned is telling me that something's not adding up. It probably had nothing to do with being in the honors program in elementary school. I probably just procrastinated a lot in high school. Okay, now let's get back to the actual topic of the video. Leading up to the event, the teacher wanted us to stay after school to help make the boats, and I, being the loyal dog that I was, stayed after school exactly 0 times. Sorry dudes, I take the bus home, and last time I missed the bus, my mom got mad at me and I cried. And she had to pick me up. So actually, if I was deserted on an island, I wouldn't be much help. I would have to get my mom to pick me up. This event was at a medium-sized man-made lake in Arizona because we don't have real lakes, they're all man-made. And it was right next to a college, and a lot of college kids like to get drunk there. We ended up making 2 boats. One was white, and one was blue with a dragon head at the front and a tail in the back, and they both could hold 10 people. There wasn't enough room for everyone in the class to get a spot on the boat, and the kids who actually helped build it got a reserved seat. But since I was a scrawny white boy that didn't take up much space, I got to sit in the very front, because they were the coolest and smallest seats. The person who I sat next to was this girl named Priscilla. I still keep in contact with her, and I asked if I could say her name in this video, and she said yes. Later in life, she was the first girl to ever slap me. I didn't ask permission to tell that story. While we were waiting for our turn to race, my dad got me a snow cone, and that snow cone was the very first time I remember getting a brain freeze. It hurts to eat this. Yeah, they do that. When it was our turn, we rowed the boat out, and we actually stayed afloat. I mean, it was only a couple inches away from sinking, but it worked. My mom told me beforehand that if the boat sunk, I should kick off my shoes, because that would weigh me down and I would drown.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Mom. And I remember being so afraid of the boat sinking. Not because I could drown, but because I didn't want to lose my shoes. So there we were, a bunch of 8-year-olds in a glorified cardboard box on a lake with 3 other boxes filled with drunk college students. The course we had to take was pretty simple. It only had 2 left turns. Should have been a piece of cake. And we were doing pretty good until we had to make the first left turn. We messed up on that part. We practiced turning on land all the time. But for some reason, when we were in the water, our turning maneuver wasn't working. We kind of just drifted forward. We were pretty much all stranded. We didn't know how to drive this thing, and we were running out of time since the cardboard doesn't last that long when it's wet. But there were these lifeguard/helper people going around in canoes, and one person came up to our boat and he just kind of pushed it with his paddle and he turned the boat, and we were back in the race. Well, actually, by this point, everyone else had already completed the course. But we were still floating, we were still gonna finish this. When it came time for the second turn, the same thing happened. We didn't learn anything. They never taught us this in honors classes. By this point, the next 4 people racing just went. They got tired of waiting. And while the canoe boat guy was trying to teach us how to turn, the other boats just passed us. Eventually, we did get the turning thing down and we made it back to shore. The boat stayed up the entire time. Out of the 4 people we raced against, we came in 8th. I kinda wish something bad did happen, like the boat flipped over or a shark ate one of the kids. That would have been a better YouTube video. But that also would have been lying. And then afterwards, the president came down and high-fived all of us. And to prove I'm not lying, here's some pictures of me in front of the boat. We had to take the dragon head off because it didn't fit with all of us, but we kept the tail. And you'll also notice how cramped the seats are and the girl who later on slaps me. Here's a boat with a roof. Here's a picture of the snow cone that gave me my first brain freeze. Here's us in the water next to a pretty big boat. And look, our other white boat is getting blocked off by the bigger boat. Notice how our boat is going in the wrong direction and how close we are to being submerged. And here's a picture of the grown-ups carrying the boat out of the water after a long day, and I'm not in this picture. I wanted to get to land as soon as possible. Here's a picture of me during Halloween. I dressed up as a ninja. I think it was the Halloween after the bunny. And there's a plushie of a Neopet in the background. Do you guys remember Neopets? All my Neopets are probably dead now. Here's a picture of me with a giant pencil. It's actually a model rocket, but it looks like a pencil. Isn't that adorable? Remember my science fair video where I launched rockets? Yeah, this wasn't that time. This is a completely different model rocket. And here's me in a tub of animal plushies, and this bird plushie right here was actually my favorite. I got him from someone else's birthday. It was in a goodie bag. It was a pirate-themed birthday, so it was like, you know, a little tiny parrot. I really liked that bird. His name was Birdie, and now he's gone. And here's me dressed up as Galileo. Yay! A new video is done! Sorry it's been like a month since my last video. I've been busy with 3 conventions all back to back. But it's good now, those are all done. Videos should be coming back on a normal schedule. And by normal schedule, I mean twice a month. It's so weird seeing these old pictures because in my head, I remember the exact moment when I sat down in the boat and being super cramped and having to row with my kneecaps pressed.
We watch everywhere, in different ways, in different places. Introducing Movies Anywhere. Sync multiple digital accounts so your movie collection is in one place. We're going to form a super duper group. One account, one password, one easy-to-use app. Where's my phone? Stream instantly or download your purchased movies to watch later.
Woo! Let's go!
Movies Anywhere. Your movies, together at last. Download the free app today.
And more than half of women saw their tumors shrink versus an AI. Diarrhea is common.
So originally I was going to make a video talking about Boy Scouts because I was a Boy Scout, but then as I was writing the script I thought about all the fun things I did as a Cub Scout. So here we are. Cub Scouts is something you can do before you're old enough to be a Boy Scout. It's not required to do Cub Scouts to be a Boy Scout. It's just if you're up to it or if your parents signed you up, you can do it. Now you're already pretty young when you can start doing Boy Scouts. It's why it's called Boy Scouts, not Man Scouts. You can start doing Cub Scouts when you're 7. At what point does it just become babysitting in uniform? So all you people watching over the age of 7, let me tell you what you missed out on. Unlike Boy Scouts that wear a tan uniform, Cub Scouts wear a dark blue uniform. Now there are 4 ranks to the Cub Scouts. There were some requirements you had to do to go up the ranks, but if you went to the meetings every week, you'd be fine. You didn't have to do anything on your own time. And even if you did all the requirements in the rank, you still had to be in the rank for at least a year. So basically the ranks were based on your age. When you were 7 years old in 1st grade, you were a Tiger Scout. The 2nd graders were the Wolf Scouts, the 3rd graders were the Bear Scouts, and the 4th graders, aka the really cool ones because you're the oldest. Actually, before I tell you, just guess what the mascot for the 4th...
Turn off my phone there and then tell you.
Hey guys.
And final rank of Cub Scouts is. Leave your guesses in the comment box below. Just kidding, don't do that. I don't care. We have a tiger, a wolf, and a bear. That rhymed. What animal is cooler than all three of those? I'll tell you. Nothing. And that was the mascot. There was no mascot. Welcome to the real world, 4th graders. There's no such thing as cartoon anthropomorphic animals. So if you did guess anything in the comments, you were wrong. I told you not to guess. The 4th and final rank of Cub Scouts was called Weebelows. Weebelows. Very fitting name. It goes Tiger, Wolf, Bear, Weebelows? What kind of animal is that? Apparently it's supposed to stand for We Be Loyal Scouts, because we talk like pirates. Don't worry, Cub Scouts, I'll make you a mascot for the Weebelows. Here, it's a made-up animal for a made-up word. Use it however you like. The Wikipedia page also talked about a bobcat badge, but I don't remember doing that, so that's whatever, it's not important. I can't even remember what we did as Cub Scouts. We would just meet at some person's house. I think it was one of the kids' moms, and she just had some activity for us to do outside, and we would just play. My mom told me that she was my scout leader for a year, but I don't remember that. I do remember we talked about bike safety, and I remember I fell off my bike a lot. I still got the award though. Each rank had a handbook that said what activities you would do, and I looked on Google for pictures of the handbook, and I found these books with gritty, serious, tough covers. And I was shocked because the handbooks I grew up with had the mascots on them, and I liked it. The old books were cute and had pictures. You're not trying to get rid of the mascots, are you, Cub Scouts? I think it's funny that each mascot gets progressively unhealthier, which is why my Weebelow mascot looks the way it does. And I think I might be suppressing this memory, but every time we went up a rank, there would be this award ceremony thrown by the leaders, and I think we metaphorically drank the blood of the mascot. I mean, it was really just fruit juice, but... hey TJ. Do you remember Cub Scouts?
Ew, what is the blood?
Did we, whenever we went up the ranks, did we metaphorically drink the blood of the mascot?
I think that's just something our leaders did. Like, some leaders chose to do it and ours did, but I don't think everyone did.
Oh, we had weird leaders.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Okay, bye TJ. So another thing we did as Cub Scouts was go to this thing called Cub Scout Day Camp. I don't know if it was just an Arizona thing, but I hated it. Cub Scout Day Camp took camping and made it unfun. And surprisingly, even as a 7 and 8-year-old, I loved camping. Really, James? Someone who sits in front of the computer all day drawing Pokemon? You like toughing it out and sleeping in the woods? Yes! Oh, yes! If you've never been camping, get on that! I'm talking about real camping, though, not this day camp. Cub Scout Day Camp was during the summer, an Arizona summer. And we would get up super early, like 8 o'clock, eat breakfast at home, and then you and your whole troop carpooled for about 2 hours to camp. There were a bunch of other Cub Scout troops that met there, too. It was a pretty big thing. You were supposed to pack your own lunch, and all the other boys had really cool lunches, like Lunchables and Go-Gurts, and ironically, Suwabway. I was jealous of kids with Suwabway sandwiches, and all my mom packed me was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on wheat bread. So before the day even starts, I'm already in a bad mood. You start the day sitting in this big auditorium, but it's outside. The leaders would tell you to drink lots of water, and they actually gave all the troops a bag of water balloons, and they wanted us to throw them at each other because that would keep us moist and not die of heat stroke. But water balloons are stupid because 90% of the time they don't even break on impact. You're just beating some poor kid to death with a bag of water. Then you would separate into your troop, and there was a rotation of activities for you to do all day. We ate dinner, and then we went back to the auditorium, and some of the leaders put on a play. I mean, it was a pretty dumb play, but I was invested in the story. But then at 10 p.m., you went home. You didn't even get to sleep in a tent. Sleeping in a tent is one of the most fun things about camping. And also, the whole time, we didn't get a campfire because it's dangerous to have fire around 7 to 10-year-olds or something. But they did let us do archery, because that's safe. Then the next day, you went back and you did it all over again. And then you would do it for a third day, too. So 3 days of this. 3 days of people throwing water balloons at you, and you can't get them back because you have a weak throwing
arm, and you're probably wondering, James, what's with all the complaining? This sounds like fun. I mean, sure, other kids probably had fun. I might have been a little dramatic as an 8-year-old. One time on the second day of camping, I was clumsy and I kept falling off the rocks that I was climbing on, and I kept getting all these scrapes and bruises, and they really hurt. And then we went swimming. That was one of the activities. There was a swimming pool. But just being the little punk kid that I was like, no, I don't want to go swimming. So they made me sit off to the side, and they said I couldn't swim. But then later I was like, I want to go swimming now. After you swam, the leaders told you to check your shoes for scorpions, and I remember I didn't check because I hated everyone. And you know the play the leaders put on at the end of the day? It was split up into 3 parts, 1 part for each day. So it was left on a cliffhanger. I wanted to go see it, but everyone else in the troop wanted to play with water balloons. And I never found out how the play ended. The next morning when I was supposed to leave for the 3rd day, I told my mom that I didn't want to go, and she had to tell the carpool that her son didn't want to go because he's a huge puss. And then afterwards, when they were handing out the awards, I didn't get a single award because I didn't go the 3rd day. So I didn't finish any of the activities. And then I never went back to Cub Scout Day Camp since. And that's why I hated it. Whoa, I didn't even mention the Pinewood Derby. I didn't even mention the Pinewood Derby! So, I liked Cub Scouts. I think it's good because it makes you go outside and supposedly it teaches you important safety things or something. I mean, look how I turned out. Also, in case you missed it, I've set up a store now. I got a whole bunch of stuff for you. One of the products that I'm excited about is the plushies. Also, everything in the store is on sale, but only until October 14th, so you have a couple of days left to do your shopping, I guess. And if you buy a plush by October 21st, it will come with a signed card by me, obviously. Who else would sign it? So I think that should wrap up the video right after you wear your seatbelt.
My 2 favorite activities, eating food and then eating more food. I love this. Jim, you're not going to be eating the food, though. This is not, I'll cook it first and then I eat it. Let's play this game. Guys, get prepared. It's opening weekend. We got to be really good. Begin. Oh, here we go, boys. We're concentrating very hard. Here we go. Got some french fries. I'll put, what do you want? 1 vanillas, 2 chocolates, 2 cherries, 2 chocolates, some sprinkles, some cherries. Boom. What do you want? Some french fries? Okay, give you a quick little, don't do too much. Don't do too much. Just a little bit. Just give them a little steam. You want to make sure that your french fries are black as night. Make sure that, that looks good. A little more. Not quite done. A little more. Rush hour. Don't rush me. Don't rush hour 3 was my favorite movie. Don't come in my store. I have not checked my Yelp reviews in a while because I forgot my password. Well, it's so good though. Oh man, I am bad at that game. I would not make it on a food TV show, I'll tell you that much. And now I just really want to make Parker fillets, but I just have the staff come in, and then I teach. Oh yeah, I know what we're doing next. Hey, Parker, you wanted to see us?
Yeah, what's going on here? You said you wanted to talk to us about next week's shoots.
Nadine, Joel, Gia, and me. Thank you for coming. I have prepared a meal for you.
I'm not going to almost down. I didn't know.
That's super gross, dude.
How is this a meal? You have uncooked potato, a whole fish, a bunch of pretzels, and hot dogs with like gallons of mustard on it.
Yes, I found the raw potatoes somewhat jejune. I came here for fine dining, Parker, and I'm disappointed. Thank you, chef. I'm not a chef, and that wasn't a compliment.
Pretzels for your hot dog.
Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
Oh, Pop Team Epic.
Parker, I think you're
I mean, Pop Time Epic.
Joel, will you take this rest?
Don't spam it in the comments, please.
You made me so happy. But I can't
Okay.
accept this. I'm afraid we've all agreed in tribal council to vote you off the island. I'm sorry. I'll be the same. You are tough, but fair. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
What was that?
He gave me the rose.
Yeah, we cool.
programs are generalized. Meet Boxer. He's ready to go right out of the box. With 10 game cards to skin.
Ha! Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your gifts. But for you, that's something special.
There's a keyhole. There's a key.
If anyone can open it, it's you. A magical adventure awaits. Are you ready? Disney's The Nutcracker in 11
From one place to the next before returning to the rails. Play on or off the tracks and meet new friends along the
Alright guys, we got a lot of comments last week about how amazing John Smith
They didn't even watch the goddamn video, they watched the first 30 seconds.
No, they only watched the first 30 seconds and how, and so, oh, I can't believe he froze a disc. And that's why I was like, okay John, we need to figure out other ways to break discs. John, bring it in here.
Howdy fellas.
Hey, he doesn't really know how to do what he's doing either.
Is that a car battery?
So he's
yeah, I just took this out of my car. Oh god, I'll be careful.
Plastic.
Something?
I would like
You're
to.
going slow.
This is really difficult to see what's happening.
Adam's missing every cool trick that you can do in Sonic. Alright, do the tricks.
You missed all the rings.
Right, dude, those people are just trying to eat lunch.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. Why? Oh, fail.
Who invented Sonic? Was it Yo Suzuki or whatever?
No, it's Christian Weston Chandler. Who? An American invented Sonic?
He's a visionary.
That's the problem.
He invented Sonic 2.
When does he become...
Let's do this. So you've never played Roblox? Okay, it doesn't matter. Essentially, like every 2 minutes of the new game.
Oh Lord.
Until we get tired of it or
Yeah, you mean that. Oh, there goes Sanic. Oh my gosh, the Illuminati. I drew him before. Swag. Hey. I think that's wrong. 1v1.
not. Bad word. My lie. Oh!
I'm sorry. Really? Look, go easy on me. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear. Just give me a chance.
How can you breathe?
This is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
Success! You really got it done it this time, Eggman.
Yeah.
Ah, Sonic, that's a good look for you. Festive. So long, friend.
Is that the Earth? Yes.
Son, where'd you find this? Ready for this?
Hugo tout seul fait l'amour à ta maman.
Oh, baby, it's triple!
Yes!
Oh god, I didn't block that. Stop. Hit him harder. Who hit me that time? This is my own teammate. Alright, 2v1. Okay, you know what? I deserved that. That's fine. I think the real problem here is that I'm just not playing the right class. See, the archer, much more my speed. This is the kind of man I strive to be. Boom! Parkour jump. I lost health from that, but it's okay. It was worth cool points. Alright, now we're going to figure out where the nearest... Oh, hey, there's another archer. You can't out-archer me, you fools. Oh, he hit me. Hey, someone go in as bait while I find a better vantage point. I gotta pull a Hanzo on this guy. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What? That was my teammate! Come on! I've been betrayed by my own ally.
Seul fait l'amour à ta maman.
Hello.
Over here we have a storage area. That's in construction right now. I only just moved in. There's toothbrushes, and here we have the pièce de résistance, the master bedroom. I don't have a bed yet. I sleep on this little. This is a fold-out couch. This actually folds out into a 3-decker bed. So the idea of this game is that people came through here, made an absolute mess, and I cleaned it up. But you guys knew that already, didn't you? Oh my god, look at that mop. Why do I need to cook these things? What do you need to do? Oh my god, I have the force, watch. Alright then, Jack should have read the brief, shouldn't he? I should have actually listened to what the game wanted me to do. I didn't know what to do with this thing, except make sweet music. This is my jam! Let's have a look around. Let's see what's going on around. Eat the ball. Eat the ball. Break your jaw, but eat the ball. No. Delicious. Thank you, Jack.
Huh?
I'm so hungry. I'm going to be your dentist for today. My name is Jack. Hi. Nice to meet you. Sweet. But there's the thing.
Bing boing ding ding boing ding ding boing ding boing ding ding boing ding ding boing ding.
Ew, that's just disgusting as heck.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick ass boy! Damn! Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick ass boy! Damn! This is sickening!
A television show.
Got a lot of static. Got a lot of static.
Someone forgot to pay the electricity. Suddenly only made one season. There's a second season. Okay, guys, gotta go fast. It's like a sprint. Back door.
What is this? Ooh, hot dogs. Yes, please. Nom, 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 nom. And...
This has been super long. There has been only one person in this video.
Well, you will see this. Tails X Dark Tails. Tails. Tails.
Ring the dinner bell and they'll come running for their mix and match favorites. For more like red twists, sesame chicken, pizza, or salads for only $5.99 each.
Luckily, she also has a Rover walker for her dog. Dog people are ready. Book a walker today on Rover.com. At this point in my life, I know what I like, which is why I use Consumer Cellular. I get unlimited talk and text for just $25 a month with no contract.
J.D. Power recognized Consumer Cellular for outstanding customer service 5 times in a row. Plus, Consumer Cellular is an approved AARP provider, so members get exclusive discounts.
Switching was easy. I got everything I want for half what I used to pay, and that's the way I like it.
Get wireless the way you like it. Call, go online, or find us at Target.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The Center for Medicare Services has officially authorized new benefits Medicare Advantage plans may include. Plans may now include private home aids and rides to medical appointments. Most plans also include dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. To get the benefits you deserve, call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Hi, I'm Joe Damon. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and they instantly advised me that I wasn't getting all the benefits I deserve. They explained I could get a plan that includes dental and prescription coverage, as well as new coverage for private home aids and rides to medical appointments. If you want to find out what you deserve, call the number on your screen now. It's free. You'll be happy you called, I guarantee it.
Call to see if you can save money and get more benefits now. Don't delay. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-670-9219. That's 1-800-670-9219 now.
The deal of a lifetime is in one of these cases. You ready? Open the case. Deal or No Deal. Weekdays starting at 10 on Game Show Network.
Point values are triple, ladies. Top 4 answers on the board. We asked 100 men. Name something you do with your meat before you put it on the grill.
Marinated.
Marinated. Turn it up. Tenderize it. Leader, Dr. 100 men, that's something you do with your meat before you put it on the grill.
You let it set out at room temperature.
You let it set out at room temperature. Carl, you got 2 strikes. You gotta be careful. You got 2 strikes. If it's there, you're still alive. If it's not there, the other team can steal, play sudden death. You see?
Transform skin. Dull to dreamy. New Olay foaming lip body wash.
King has gone crazy, thinking 10 nuggets just a dollar. Ready? 10 nuggets made a crazy, delicious white meat for just $1. That's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1. Only at Burger King.
Take it at the first sign of a cold. Coldies can make your cold 42% shorter. It might not make your first date 42% better. Coldies is clinically proven to shorten your cold by nearly half. Guaranteed.
Cheese snacks are the satisfying combination of crunch with cheese, with their delicious perfection. It's not all about you, cheese. You think I know?
Come on, I'm hungry.
So what?
I'm hungry.
Oh, you ready to eat next?
Why?
Eat.
And you, me.
That's your wet towel there you left on your mom's chair.
Huh?
You better put it in that dirty clothes.
I felt very stressed. I was a little on the edge at the time. I needed to know. That's when I knew I needed to turn to Calm. Calm is an app that'll teach you how to meditate, how to work through
anxiety.
When I open the app, it's an instant sense of relaxation. Calm taught me to appreciate things as they are right now, and that to me was a gift. I actually noticed I was sleeping better.
I now sleep 8 hours a day. That's even with the toddler in the house.
Is it weird that an app changed my life? Because of it. At Booking.com, we can't guarantee you'll be good at that water jet thingy, but we can guarantee the best price on this hotel or any accommodation from home to yours. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Before I had the shooting, burning of diabetic nerve pain, these feet made waves in high school and built a career in construction. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor, and he prescribed Lyrica.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions, suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, you or worse depression, unusual changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain, fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Ready? Yeah. 20 seconds on the clock, please. Here we go. Tell me, how many degrees is considered room temperature?
98.
Name something that starts with the word P.
Pig side.
Name a shiny musical instrument.
Trumpet.
Name something that's turned on most of the day.
Television set.
Name something specific that babies...
Come on here, pull the TV up. Come here, pull that thing back up.
What thing?
That extension cord. We gotta get the other extension cord. It ain't long enough.
How's it not long enough?
He coming out the socket.
You took it out of the socket.
Don't step on Maggie.
I mean, you stepped on the socket.
Give me a towel out the bedroom.
And yes, it is long enough.
It's not gonna stay over there on your side.
Look, Grandma, look. I'm stepping on it. Look, I'm stepping on it. Look. Oh, the thing is coming out. The thing is coming out. Look, look, it's not coming out. What is
One
that?
that you want to hunt the hamburger.
What is that?
Oatmeal.
I don't have no hamburger. I ate them all.
They ain't. They on top of the stove.
Okay, if you say so.
Let's get it done. Ready? All right, let's go, Steve. Let's find everybody in jail. 5 seconds on the clock. Here we go.
I can't believe that you're right.
Don't come in here, E. Come back in here.
Name something that starts with the
And I'm taking your phone with me.
Name a shiny musical instrument. Next one. Name something that's turned on most of the day. Radio.
I'm going in the living room to eat this. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch YouTube.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm very sorry again. That's why I sent you this. I don't even know how I'll be editing this while I'm making a video, but sorry.
Look on the bright side, Coach. Now you get to live here with me. Soon. Hey, anyone want to play race cars? They're out of batteries, but we can make pretend.
I'm sorry, guys. Please don't reveal. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what do you want me to do. Say it. Pervert. I ain't no pervert. Stupid ugly shit. You shut up. I'll show you what's disgusting. Somebody said that I was disgusting. I'm not. Oh, thank you. Whoever just joined. Hello. Okay. Put down in the comments. Tell me what you want to watch.
Time to armor up. You're going down. Batman Missions figures of Batmobile vehicle each sold separately.
Here's to the wonder of Wonderlab. Knowledge is power. To the wonder of igniting curiosity. I made bubbles. Through hands-on play and building a love
That.
with 20 fun
I'm just gonna go back to playing games.
and so much more. You're a genius. Wonderlab, one of the inspiring STEM junior products from Little Tikes. Batteries not included, each sold separately. Here's to the wonder.
Time for a little mini battle. Connect 4 shot, first team, Connect 4 is the winner.
Bounce the ball off the table and off the backboard. Look for this person.
Oh yeah. That guy continue eating. I'm eating.
A legendary Pokemon toy and trading card game card. And the Happy Meal fun goes on and on and on.
Sorry guys, I live with my grandma.
Download the big play protein and milk. Only from McDonald's. The weirdness continues. Now back to Gravity Falls on Disney XD.
Okay.
Alright, that's it.
Unless some jail people out here.
Jurassic Rex lunges and jumps. In that next Jurassic World Rex comes a show. Other choice holds everything. 7 seconds required. Batteries not included. Nerf Mega. The new Mega Thunderhawk. Extend the Thunderhawk barrel to become the longest Nerf blaster ever. And now with After Strike Mega Guards, combine accuracy and power. The massive new Nerf Mega Thunderhawk. It's Nerf or nothing.
Meditation has been shown to reduce stress, to improve focus, and create the right conditions. Everyone, shut up and look at this video! I love the internet. Gabe the dog is a rescue! Aww. Side question. Do you think Arthur Schwallow, Nobel Prize winner and inventor of the laser in 1957, would enjoy playing a round of laser tag, something that he invented? Someone should tweet to him and see if we can get him to play laser tag. Oh wait, he's dead. He'd be 95 years old if he was still alive. Oh, Jose, can you see? Well, he's playing laser tag in the stars now. What if that's what shooting stars are? Okay, here's a story sort of relating to the side question. So one time, me and this group of friends went to a laser tag place, arena, for someone's birthday party. I forgot how old we were, but we were around 15 years old. So not that old, but old enough to think we were old. I don't know if any of you guys have been to a laser tag place, but when you get there, you usually have to wait for the game inside to finish up before you can go and play. So the laser tag place has these arcade games for you to play while you're waiting. So me and my friends are playing games, and this group of 4 guys wearing all black come in. I'm talking black long sleeve shirts, black pants, they had black freaking gloves on. 3 of them were wearing some sort of black hat, and the other guy who wasn't already had black hair. They looked about 18, maybe 19 years old. So my first thought was, look at these goths, what dweebs. But then I remembered that the laser tag arena was darkly lit. These guys weren't goths. They were wearing camouflage. Part of me was thinking, wow, these guys came prepared. But the other part of me was thinking, wow, these guys are even bigger dweebs. They came prepared to a laser tag fight. I don't know what these guys' names were, but for the sake of this video, we're going to call them all Hunter. Not because they have guns and they hunt people, but because I think only people with the name Hunter would do this. I don't know why I'm biased against the name Hunter, it's just one of those names. If someone named Hunter is watching, I'm not sorry. Before you go in and play laser tag, you all sit in this room and some employee tells you the rules of the game, and then at the end they make you repeat the rules to them. So they say, I will not run, jump, or climb. And then you say, I will not run, jump, or climb. But I remember while we were chanting the rules, the 4 guys were just staring off and not repeating anything. Guys, I think these 4 are planning on running, jumping, and or climbing. So we all start playing the game. This was the type of laser tag that you gotta make up a name for yourself, and it would tell you who shot who. And there were 3 teams. There was the red team, the yellow team, and either the blue or green team. I forgot the colors, it's not important. So, while we were playing, we were having fun like any person playing laser tag would, and then I run into this group of people who are wearing strobe lights. I couldn't see their faces or anything in that direction really, but I knew immediately who it was. Do you want to take a wild freaking guess who? It was the Hunter. It was the Hunters. So I got hit many times by them, and then I broke one of the rules. I ran away like anyone should when getting hit by light amplification by simulated emissions of radiation. I found one of my friends and I said, did you see the guys with the strobe lights? And he said, yeah. And they gave me this scar. And he had a 12-inch scar on his face, and I'm just kidding, that didn't happen, it was lasers. So later in the game, I got to one of the high towers to get a good vantage point. I'm about to straight up snipe one of these dweebs. I waited for about 10 seconds when I saw a flashing light, followed by darkness, followed by another flashing light very quickly in the distance. And I just started spamming the trigger. I couldn't see any of their flashing lights that you're supposed to hit, so I was just aiming at a glowing ball. And then, I hit one of them. And I knew immediately it was them because... Remember how we got to name ourselves? No one really took that seriously. We all came up with joke names like Butt Fart or Big Feet. A wad of black electrical tape in their hands. I'm not saying they put black tape over their sensors so you couldn't see them, but they
I have all the power in the universe. I almost messed up on that one. I have all the power in the universe. That is the saddest Darth Vader I've ever heard. Baby, I love you! Baby! I love you! Go!
Okay!
So, previously we built a giant Lego house just like this one. And we've done a little bit of a makeover. Oh, thank you for the Lego brick. Oh! Stop! Stop!
butter in the bed. You got to go to school in the morning.
And
And go put that sack back on the stove.
You ugly.
So, this Lego house has been made over just a little bit. We put a blanket over the top and a blanket over the side, so it's completely dark inside. Check this out, come here. So, in this Lego house, it has gotten pretty crazy. We have an LED... Moose? Huh. What are you doing?
I'm just sleeping.
We're gonna build a giant Lego thing over here if you wanna come.
Well, this is my bedroom, bro.
Okay, that's your bedroom. So yeah, George has been over at my house for a couple days and he has slept in the Lego house for 2 nights.
Good morning.
And today, this is George's toilet.
What?
Let me think, put my teeth in.
There he is. Carol the cheese. Request 6 varieties of soft, tangy French cheeses.
I prefer my cheese after meal.
Happy Halloween, Carol. Hey, just your buddy seems intent, as always, on bringing down the mood.
He's going home, so good news. You can
And put Cass in the cage. You know you need to have a butt in there, baby. Don't let him, Mom, don't let him run around this time of night.
I honestly don't know, my love.
Yeah, carry that cup in the kitchen and sit in the sink and run some water in it.
Oh, but who's gonna turn the water off?
Run the water in it and let it fill up and then turn it off.
It hurts. That kid is nuts.
You gonna stay in there?
You heard what I said.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got a dumb name, and I don't want that for you.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Miss Holly.
Go in the kitchen. He gonna come on.
I get to do a big scare. It's okay. I'll just put it back.
Or you help me dial this Halloween back up to 11, and we show Carol who the real baby is. What do you say you and I go scare the living crap out of that kid?
Think we can make him cry?
I'll be disappointed if we don't. Hey, how's it going, Mary? You having fun?
This is the not-for-sale Kia Forte drift car with a blistering top speed and excessive amount of horsepower. And this is the totally redesigned 2019 Kia Forte. With an 8-inch touchscreen and professional race car driver Colette Davis to demo it. It doesn't have to make sense. Right now, lease the 2019 Forte LXS for $169 a month.
Building a better bank starts with looking at something old and saying, really? So Capital One is building something completely new. Capital One Cafes. Inviting friends with people here to help you, not sell you. Savings and checking accounts with no fees or minimums, because that's how it should be. Anywhere in 5 minutes. Seriously, 5 minutes. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Costumes. Got it. Haunted house. On point. Decorations.
We'll get real blood from the hospital. What?
She might. Ooh, new Blackish. Tuesday on ABC. Funny.
Everything you think you know. He's gonna completely change. The longer you keep it secret, the worse it gets for everybody.
Grey's Anatomy. Thursday on ABC.
Hey, Maggie.
The illness that took my father also drained my parents' retirement incomes to pay for his care.
In Congress, Rob Woodall voted to take coverage away from millions and make older people pay up to 5 times more for insurance. But Woodall's taxpayer
Today we're building a giant Lego tower. I am hoping that this Lego tower will reach the roof of the house. Literally all the way up to the roof. Are you ready? We also got a ladder to reach...
I'm gonna tell you fast so you won't kill your butt to sleep. Go there and plug it up.
Stop me, plug it up.
We'll put it out there on the table.
Was almost a genius. Get fast online financing and know your down payment.